Hi, you guys. I hope you're having an awesome day. First of all, if you can hear any noise, I'm super sorry, but apparently my neighbors decided that 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday is an excellent time to mow their yard. I happen to disagree with them, but unfortunately there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Second of all, yes, my hair is pink again. I'm super happy. I missed it being pink. I just didn't want to dye it again until I could bleach my roots, and things kept happening. But I'm pink again and very happy. If you want to know the exact mix I used, just comment down below and I will let you know. But anyway, today, as you can probably notice, I have like half of my makeup done. Let me show you what I have on my face real quick. I just have my usual skincare. Then I have the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I topped that with the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I just blended that in with this cute little creamsicle beauty blender. And then I used my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And then on my eyebrows is my Anastasia Brow Wiz in taupe. So I went ahead and did that portion of my makeup because today we are actually playing with some new goodies. This is the Limoncello Collection from ColourPop. When I saw this in stock at Ulta, I was so excited because I was like, I love this packaging. Normally, this is like not my thing, but I've been very into like summer and bright and pretty and things like that. So I was like, this could be really cute for summer. And I had no idea what the colors were because they didn't have any samples, anything out. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna take a chance and get this because it clearly has blues and yellows in it. And those aren't colors I play with a lot. So I got the pressed powder palette, which I will show you in a second. I picked up one of the blushes. This is in Sorrento. And then I picked up the cream gel liner in Palazzo because I desperately needed another blue eyeliner. I missed having one. And then I'm not sure if this is part of the collection or not. Like, it was in the display stand for it, but it doesn't have the packaging. This is one of the ColourPop Luxe glosses. I've never tried these, and it's in the shade Come Through. And I thought that shade would look really pretty with blues and yellows. So let's go ahead and peek into this palette really quick. I've had this sitting on my desk for like 2 weeks now, which drives me crazy that it took me that long to get to it. Here's the packaging. I love that the outer cartons and the packaging match like identically. It makes me so happy. And then let's pop this open. Woo. Protect your cover. That is a strong magnet in this one. Okay, like all ColourPop palettes, it has a great big mirror, which I absolutely love. Plus, I love that they fold all the way back too. And then here are the colors. Aren't those pretty? Okay, there are a lot of neutrals in here, which is perfect because I've really been looking for a palette that can kind of be a go-to for summer. And I think this could be it. So the shades are Tuscan Fun, Fly Girl, Easy Peasy, Lemon Squeezy, Touring, Amalfi, Serenade, Capri, The Grotto, Semifredo, Vespa, and La Festa. And I was right, there's definitely lots of yellow in here, and there's a blue. But everything else, and this Capri is a little bit of a green it looks like, but everything else looks very wearable, which is really nice. I'm honestly not even going to bother swatching these because everyone and their mother does swatch videos, and I'm honestly tired of them. They're very difficult to film and get correct and get the lighting correct so you can see exactly what the colors are. You can tell these colors are beautiful. We know what ColourPop's quality is. I mean, these are very pretty. There's just 3 for you guys. These are beautiful shadows. So very, very pretty. If you like that color scheme, then this would probably be a great palette to get. I really like that the tones in here will look beautiful with green eyes, blue eyes, brown eyes. They're very friendly tones for a variety of people. Okay, now that we've looked at that, let's peek at the blush real quick. This is Sorrento. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing a look with all of these. I just wanted to show you the products real quick, just in case you are interested in watching the look and you just want to see the products. Here's the blush. Again, a nice big mirror. And isn't that pretty? I wanted something neutrally peachy. And that fits the bill like perfectly. That is so cute. Here is the eyeliner. I've actually never used any of their eyeliners before, so I'm really excited about this. Oh, look at the packaging. Look how cute that is. That's so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, it's got a little thingy at the end that comes off. Is that a sharpener? That might be a sharpener, I think. And here's the main part. And it's just a nice roll-up liner. These are some of my favorite styles of liners. Oh, that's creamy. Look, that's really pretty, you guys. And it's a nice muted blue. It's hard to describe, but it's that shade of blue you see on like things like China patterns and stuff. It's really muted. I like that a lot, actually. I have a teensy tiny bit of blue in my eyes. They're mostly green, but I have a little bit of blue around the edges, and a blue liner can really make that pop. So I'm very excited to try this. Now, I don't know anything about the ColourPop liners and whether or not they stay in your waterline or not. But we're going to try because I tend to mostly just tight line with colors lately. That way you just see that pop right at the edge of your lash line. So that's what we'll be doing with this today. And then here is the Luxe Gloss. Ooh, okay. It's a little tiny, chunky little package, really cute. It looks glittery, which I'm totally fine with. Has like a sweet vanilla smell to it. Ooh, and it's pretty. It's not as opaque as I thought it would be, so it's just a lighter peach. It looked pretty dark in the packaging, but that'll just be a light peach glittery lip gloss. I don't know why I can't finish my sentences today. All right, so I have nothing planned for this look. Like always, I'm just completely winging it. But I am going to start with my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish eyeshadow primer because I love this primer. It works beautifully and it isn't like too sticky. So if you use it with a really pigmented shadow, it doesn't tend to like be super annoying. I'm thinking we're going to play with a bit of a halo eye today. I have not done a halo eye in forever. So I'm grabbing a Morphe M330 and I'm going to start out with Lemon Squeezy. Pick up a little bit of that and I'm just going to lay that down in the crease as a base like I always do. I always start out my eye looks like 9 times out of 10 with a crease color, typically applied with a super duper fluffy brush. Now I'm going to go into Tuscan Fun, which is just a little bit deeper, and keep that on the outer half of the crease. If you have eyes that tend to droop on the outside at all, or if you have heavier lids, or your eyes turn down at all, I like putting a little bit of a darker color at the outside of the crease, just because it helps pull and lift everything up a bit. For a highlight, I'm going to go in with Touring just a tiny bit on the tip of that brush and pop it underneath my brow bone. Now this is a pretty strong highlight. This doesn't have like a bone colored shade in it if you like a matte highlight, so that's something to keep in mind. I don't even think for darker skin tones, anything in here would really work well for a matte highlight. But for sparkly highlights, I mean, you are set. Okay, so now I'm grabbing a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I'm going to go in with La Festa, which is this super bright blue. And I'm going to pop that on the outer corner of my lid. Just gently, very, very gently blending that into that outer crease color. I really don't want to mix those colors too much. They just kind of want to just touch. And then I'm also taking that on my inner corner as well. Now, of course, you can always do this with concealer and get everything really sharp, but I like a more soft diffused look, so I just do this with the shadows without doing like cut crease and things like that. I'm going to take that exact same brush and wipe it off, and then we're going to go in with Amalfi. I want a nice strong yellow in that center. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, that's really pigmented. It doesn't look like it would be, but that's really pigmented. You know what's funny is blue and gold were actually my high school colors. So anytime I'm like, see blue and gold, I'm like automatically high school, high school, high school. Yikes. Okay. Now I'm taking Serenade, which is another yellow, except this time it's not a matte, it's a sparkle, and I'm just patting that right on top of the yellow. Now for underneath my eye, you have two options. You can either mirror this upper lid look on your lower lash line if you want, or if you want something a bit more wearable, which is what I tend to go for. I like to make my looks kind of a mix so they're a bit more subtle sometimes. You can pick pretty much any one of these matte colors and take it underneath your eye. For me, I think I'm going to go in with Tuscan Fun. I'm just doing this on an e.l.f. little flat detailer brush. And popping that underneath my lower lash line. Now I'm just going to grab another tiny detail brush. This one is from Real Techniques. It's their accent brush. And I think for an inner corner highlight, I'm going to stick with the color we're already using, Serenade, and just pop that in that inner corner. And I'm actually going to mix that with a tiny touch of Touring, just so it's not too yellow. It's just like a hint of yellow. I love how that looks. I think that's so cool. Okay, now obviously this is a very strong look. You can do much, much more subtle looks with this palette. This is just what I was in the mood to do today. Before you line your upper lid, make sure you go in and curl your lashes. ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Palazzo. Now I'm just going to line my tight line with this. Ooh, okay, that's really pretty. It's super subtle because it blends into the blue eyeliner that's already there, but it's really pretty. I'm just hoping it doesn't transfer onto my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm going in with mascara, and I'm using my Wet n Wild Big Papa mascara. I love this stuff so much. The only thing I don't like is like, I've only had this since like February, and the packaging's wearing off really bad. So they may need to redo the packaging because like it's looking a little rough. But the mascara itself is fantastic. Oh my gosh. See, it's all in the mascara. Mascara makes such a huge difference. I love this eye look. Uh-oh. You know me, when I become obsessed with an eye look, it's all I'm going to wear for like the next 2 months. Let's move on to the blush. Where did I put that? Here it is. This is Sorrento. It's the peachy blush. So pretty. So I'm just going to grab a big fluffy blush brush. Ooh, I forget. ColourPop blushes. You don't want to swirl. You just want to tap. These are so pigmented. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty. I'm just about to go ridiculous with this. So, yeah. That is a beautiful peach shade. It's really, really subtle, but it's buildable. Yes. Okay, I'm such a huge fan of ColourPop's blushes since trying them. Like, they are probably second to Tarte in my list of blushes that I love. Like, they're so nice. Now, Tarte's blushes are more pigmented, I will say that. ColourPop's look pigmented, but they're actually better if you like more natural looks because they're more buildable. That is so pretty. I think for highlight, I'm just going to add some of these. These are the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Moonlight. I got this sample like forever ago, and I will probably have this until I'm 90 because they are ridiculous. Like, I've used these forever, and the sample is not even close to being gone because, like, if you want a ridiculous highlight, this is the way to go. So I will usually start by tapping this in with my fingers, and then if it's feeling a little too strong, I'll just take like a dry beauty blender if I have one, or a damp one, whatever I have on hand, and just continue to pat it out. And then if it's still too strong, you can take whatever you used for your foundation and just go over it, which I really like doing because it blends it in really nicely. Yeah, I told you these are super strong. You need like the teensiest amount. One dot on each cheek probably would have been fine. Okay, because that blush is so warm and pretty, I'm going to go ahead and skip any form of contouring. My face is already pretty sharp as is, so contouring is really something I can skip most of the time, especially if I use a warmer blush. Then bronzing, contouring, not really necessary. So to finish this look off, we're going in with our ColourPop Luxe Gloss, and this is in the shade Come Through. And I'm just putting this on without any liner or anything, just so we can see what the gloss looks like by itself. It definitely has a pretty strong vanilla milkshakey scent to it. So if that's not your thing, this may be a product you won't like. And it's a very, very thick gloss, but it doesn't feel sticky at all. Okay, that's really pretty. It definitely looks a little bit darker on my lips than it does when you swatch it, so that's awesome. All right, you guys, so here is the finished look. Overall, I'm actually really pleased with this. I wish I had grabbed more from the set. They had like one more blush, maybe two, and they had several eyeliners, but a lot of them were like peach tones, things I really don't tend to use. But this palette is so pretty. If you're looking for a new summer palette, especially if you like neutrals, I would definitely suggest this one. It's very, very, very pretty. Like, I love this. Some of these colors, like the Grotto and Vespa would even transition into fall really well. So I love palettes that can easily transition, and you can definitely do a single look with this palette. I do wish it had like a bone shade or a white or something like that in it, but that's not something you get with ColourPop. Their palettes don't tend to be all-in-one palettes. They tend to be, you need this palette for this thing, this other palette for that thing. But for the price point and the quality, I don't necessarily mind that. Plus, they look really freaking cute. Anyway, you guys, that is it for this little review. I definitely like the collection. I think ColourPop knocked it out of the park once again. Other than a bone shade is I would have liked thinking about, like, if they had a sage green, like a matte sage green will go really pretty with this. You could even, if you have like a sage green in a single or in another palette, that would look really, really pretty mixed with those shades of shadows as well. I digress again. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Sunday and every Wednesday when I can, but my schedule's been a little bit off lately. You guys know why. It's just been a little bit crazy around here, but every Wednesday and Sunday is what we aim for. Anyway, you guys can also keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm on those too, like, constantly, even if I'm not posting. I have those apps open like multiple times a day. So that's another great place to get a hold of me, see what I'm up to, etc. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.